Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Shaw.
9 minutes past the hour now on this Tuesday morning. The Gulf Coast dodged Marco's wrath. The storm was downgraded to a post-tropical cyclone and predicted to dissipate by this afternoon, so it turned into kind of a non-event. The coast, however, is now facing a much bigger threat, Tropical Storm Laura, and it has just now, within the last 30 minutes, been upgraded to a Category 1 hurricane. It's going to become a major hurricane by tomorrow. Some parts of the Gulf Coast are already under a hurricane watch. Residents in Galveston, Texas are preparing for the potential hurricane. Jessica Wiley has more.
Just have to be ready at all times, cautious, and have to move spur of the moment. You just never know.
More signs people are preparing for a storm in Galveston. Businesses are boarding up.
We're just being proactive at the time.
Nursing homes are moving residents inland. 58 residents of Gulf Healthcare Center are being moved by bus to San Antonio. These facilities are under mandatory evacuation. The city has asked those in the West End to evacuate voluntarily and for everyone else to be ready to go if needed.
We call for all residents, if they are contemplating evacuating or leaving the island, we would request that they do that now. And if they hold, we would request that they prepare, so if we call a mandatory evacuation, they can leave in a very short period of time.
At the beach, amenities at beach parks closed at 5, and workers removed all trash cans and lifeguard stands.
We want to make sure the beaches are clean and clear so we can focus on other stuff when the actual event starts.
The waves were inviting to surfers like Galveston dentist David Colombo, taking advantage of the system, but also frustrated by the unpredictability.
We don't know if it goes to Louisiana, we have the clean side and we'll have this kind of conditions. If it comes straight in, then it's going to be a whole nother ball game. So we just don't know.
Well, this morning, the exact track where landfall is going to make is going to be a little bit on the questionable side, but we know it's going to be anywhere from Mobile, Alabama, all the way into the central coast of Texas, and this storm is expected to escalate. It's looking to make landfall late in the afternoon, early evening tomorrow. Now, that track may indeed vary just a little bit, so a lot of the experts are going to be watching this. It is already gained Category 1 status. That happened within the last half hour, and it is expected to be as strong as a Category 3 by the time it makes landfall. Well, here in Central Oregon, we've seen a little bit of rain that has moved through. We didn't expect much by way of thunderstorms, but we are getting a little bit of that in the southern portion of our region, right along the Nevada border. We are looking at a morning here on the high desert that may include a little bit of water on the road, so be careful with that. When we haven't had rain for a while, it tends to build up a lot of oil and rubber on the highways, and it just takes a little bit of rain to float that to the surface, so be careful with slick streets this morning. The mountains are in pretty good shape right now. We're not expecting any rain through there. Clear through the heartland, and here in the west we're still looking at a little moisture that's coming through. We've had a little lightning right along the Oregon, California, Nevada border area this morning. For Central Oregon, we're going to see the clouds thin through the course of the day. Won't necessarily be totally cloud-free by the end of the day, but it'll be very, very close. We'll see fairly clear skies on Wednesday. Maybe a puff of a cloud or two will move through. However, by the time we get through late Wednesday, we're just looking at clear skies right on through the end of the week and into the weekend. 61 degrees right now at the Bend Airport at Roberts Field. We're a little bit cooler, but not by much. 59 through there. The rest of Central Oregon is kind of following suit with all of that. Light and variable winds this morning will shift and become a little more northwesterly this afternoon. They won't get strong, however. This will not be a windy day. We're looking at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Morning thermometers scattered through the 50s for most. It is 49 in La Pine and 61 at the Bend Airport, 63 in Warm Springs. And we're headed for a day that warms into the mid-80s for most. Now, we'll get a couple of spots. It'll be a little bit warmer than that. Warm Springs and Maupin expected to hit that 90-degree mark. In Crook County, you will see mid to upper 80s, excuse me, and in Deschutes County, much the same. Again, a warm day with some light breezes, not much by way of pollen count. Moderate counts at the grass level this morning. Hazy skies are expected to start to clear up tomorrow. Now, it's all going to depend upon wind direction and how those fires are doing. Mid-80s for the balance of our week, maybe a little warmer on Friday, but the weekend is going to be a bit of a split ticket. We get plenty of sunshine, mid-80s on Saturday, mid to upper 70s on Sunday.